Hi friends, welcome to my not a sewing vlog. Um, Again, I'm not in a sewing room or a living room or my house or anything like that. I am in a classroom with horrible lighting. Um, that is basically because I just realized it's Friday. I haven't filmed yet and I've got a fully packed weekend. So just in case, I wanted to film something, and I've got like 10 minutes before I gotta go pick up the kidlets from lunch. Today was Spirit Day, and you were supposed to wear all of one color. There was going to be an announcement, but apparently not. If the announcement includes like names or something, I will edit. I know I don't ever edit, but when it comes to school stuff, I will edit. So, um, I'm in kindergarten today.
Excuse the interruption, Ms. Nurse. Please call 7502, Ms. Nurse, 7502. Thank you.
Okay, so that's not actually a real teacher's name. It's a code name. I'm not going to go into that. Anyway, I'm in kindergarten today. And because I knew usually, okay, so Spirit Day, you're supposed to wear all of one color, your favorite color. So I usually would wear all pink, but I knew I was going to be in kindergarten today, and they just hatched, or their butterflies just hatched from their butterfly project. That's what this lovely thing in here is all of their little butterflies hatched. So I decided I really wanted to wear my yellow butterfly dress that has, it has this amazing fabric that has these like butterflies that are, anyway, they love them. And then I was leaving the house. I'm like, I wish I had a yellow ribbon for my hair, or I wish I had a flower or something. And I have like, I don't know, like 8 flower crowns at this point. And I have this yellow one that I had got to wear with my Penelope Bridgerton dress for a ball. And I saw it and I was like, you know what? That's perfect. We should bring flower crowns back as like something that should be worn all the time anyway, assuming they were ever worn a lot. I feel like they were, maybe, or maybe it's just a Ren Fair thing. I don't know. We're going to go with they were worn and they should be worn again. So I'm an advocate for flower crowns in the everyday world, and this is my Flower Crown Friday. Ooh, Flower Crown Friday. Coining the phrase, making it happen. Make it happen, people. Flower Crown Friday. Yeah, I think from now on it's going to be Flower Crown Friday for me. Pretty much. I feel joy. I feel joy. I have to keep looking and checking the time. So I'm still trying to figure out my fabric for my Regency English court gown, which is, you know, giant panniers that come out from just under the bust, you know. I've found every like artistic example that I can possibly find online, just using all of my Google foo. And they span from like the 1790s, kind of the late 17th century, the very, very late 1700s, all the way through like into the 17 teens or 18 teens. And you can tell the difference because when they're a little earlier, the women are wearing the white, their hair is the white powdered wigs, either that or maybe their hair is fully powdered, I'm not sure. And the style is a little different. Like the styles in the dress are a little different with the draping and whatnot. And sometimes you see some remnant of the 1700s in the way the tops are done. After you cross that 1800s line, you'll see the natural hair color for the Regency. The tops, the bodice tops, start to look much more like the Regency evening gowns and court gowns that we know and love, with the bottoms being grand and a little more reminiscent of kind of the late 1700s. I'm trying to squeeze so much in. My problem is I both have too much fabric and not enough. So last night I just dug. I dug into my fabric stash and I was like, okay, so what do I have enough of? Because you need a lot to cover these panniers. They're all the way up here, and I'm a tall woman, so I'm almost 5'10", not quite, because I've shrunk, which is ridiculous. And I've got lots of different fabrics. None of them quite fit what I'm seeing in the images. So do I try to fit one of these images? Do I try to create my own version of one of these based off of all the different things I'm seeing? I don't know. I know some people who are like trying to go as close as they can to copy these artistic versions of these dresses, these fashion plates and whatnot, as closely as they can. But nothing I have on hand, and I promised Handsome Husband I was going to try and go with my stash as much as possible. Nothing I have on hand is close enough. So I don't know what to do. I have finally nailed down what I'm wearing on Friday night at Costume College. I know what I'm wearing Saturday night. I know what I'm wearing Sunday during the day now. It's Thursday. I am just totally stuck on Thursday. I've got some ideas, and so it's really, do I want to go grand? Do I want to go simple? I'm leaning more towards simple because I've got so much sewing to do. And I'll tell you, at this point, I've got like a month and a half and so much sewing to do. I am off school. Like, school is out in a couple of days, and for the year, or for the school year, and I'll have a lot of free time until I get a filler job. So I will have time to sew. I just, you know me, I'm slow and I procrastinate. My friends, I gotta go pick up kids. Hopefully I'll be able to film more later. If not, this is what you're gonna get. I love you all so much. Okay, bye. Okay, so it's specialist time, and they have library, and then second recess, which is only 10 minutes long. So I have a little bit more time. If I sound tired, it's because I'm tired. Kindergarten is high energy, like all day long, like super high energy. Also, I forgot to bring my second dose of Dayquil, so I'm getting all stuffed up and gross. Yay! I think where I left off, hopefully, was, this is too high. There we go. Okay. I think where I left off, hopefully, was making my big pannier dress for Costume College. And I told you that I'm having trouble coming up with my Friday outfit. The theme for Friday at Costume College is, it's like, I can't remember the actual theme. Let me, I did it again. I was going to say, let me check my phone. I just messaged my friend about it the other day. You were on my phone. I do that way too often. I forget that I'm doing something on my phone and I look for my phone. It's something royals, like royalty, something, something. So something from movies or plays or, something with royalty. And I have way too many ideas for that. But I have like a month and a half to sew, and I have got a big pannier outfit to make. Luckily, I already have panniers I can use, but obviously not the outer outfit. And then I need to finish my Saturday night outfit. I have like half of it made, but the half that's not hard. And then, so Friday night is, I have so many ideas for it. And I was looking through my ideas folder because I keep a folder on my phone. I have so many folders on my phone, like so many albums on my phone of ideas. But I have a Costume Village 2024 folder, and I was looking through it, and I'm like, this would take way too much time. Like, I cannot commit to any of these because of the time. And then I came across like 2 or 3 that I was like, these would be fairly simple and fun to wear. Maybe I should do this. It's just the decisions. It's decisions. And do I have the fabric in my stash? Or if I absolutely have to get some fabric or notions or something for the outfit, can I keep the costs real low? I want to keep costs real low because, first of all, I have promised Handsome Hubby that I will try as hard as I can this year to just make things from my stash, which I have pretty much done. I ended up buying a bunch of fabric for decorations for the ball I threw in April, which he did not love. But not the ball, the buying of the money that I was spent on the ball he did not like that. But for actual costuming, I have used stash fabric so far this year. And it's basically June tomorrow. So I'm doing pretty good. I've almost made it halfway through this year using stash fabric. I just realized what came out of my mouth. It is almost halfway through this year. Time just goes faster and faster every year. Okay, so trying to use stash fabric. If I absolutely am like, okay, this is the outfit, almost everything I need is in stash fabric, and I just need like this and this or something, can I keep costs down getting those things? If those are like real expensive items or something, I need to change my plans, which is really hard for me. I don't know about you, but once I have like settled on something I want to make, if I try to change my mind, my brain is like, but that thing, this is great, but that was your choice. That was your chef's kiss of an idea. It was that thing. This is fine, but that thing. In fact, I have a whole folder of that one ideas that had to be pushed aside for something easier or something that was in the stash or to make way for something I already had for an event, something like that. I have a whole folder dedicated to things I was going to make that didn't happen. And I keep going back to that folder and going, but those, but that one. And I tell myself, surely these will happen someday. Then I remind myself my name's not Shirley. I know at least one of you out there, caught that joke. And there's also way too many to like ever, no, not going to happen. But maybe a few of them may see the light of day someday. So I got to figure out Friday. I also need to figure out, like, do I want to costume when I go to classes? Do I just want to use just wear my regular clothes. I mean, it's fun to costume between classes as long as it's something that's comfortable. Um, but then again, it can also just be nice to just be in your clothes and just enjoy classes and leave the costuming to the evening events. I have done both. I've enjoyed both for the most part. So I don't know. And there might be days when I'm like, nope, I'm wearing regular clothes today, and where I might want a costume. So I might just overpack like I always do. I want to go back to the Regency English court gown for another second or two. I was looking at pictures while the kids were doing math, which is like coloring rainbows with numbers. I love kindergarten. Um, I was looking at some of my inspiration fashion plates and artwork, and I realized I probably want to do like my own take on one of these, because as much as these are beautiful, as I said earlier, I don't have any fabric that's like exactly like any of these that I feel is like close enough. But I have some good fabrics that I could like create my own version that looks like it would fit in with all of these. Also, even if I did have the fabric, like the perfect fabric where I'm like, oh, I totally have that fabric. Unless I am making a cosplay of something specific, I don't like trying to copy things exactly, because for me, that is someone else's like design and someone else's work. And unless I'm going to walk around and be like, why, yes, I patterned this after this fashion plate that was drawn and designed by this person, which, you know, isn't really fun to do. I feel like I want to just create my own design. Now, I'm all for basing it on, you know, because then you can be like, oh, I based this on a fashion plate, but then I made it my own. That's my own choice, though. Just saying. That's me and my quirky little brain and how it works, or it doesn't work, or sometimes works. Costume college aside, yeah, I don't know. Can we put costume college aside? There is a Titanic event coming to Seattle in July as well. The Titanic event that's coming to Seattle is the same one, I think, that I got to go to in LA last year when I was at Costume College. And if it is the same one, it was really cool. You get to walk around and you get to see, like, they had rooms set up just the way that the rooms would have been on the ship. Like, you get to see like a stateroom, you know, where like the first class passengers would be, and they have like a room set up like the third class, which is like narrow and has all these bunk beds and like no room for anything. They have actual they have a section where there's items from the actual Titanic that you can view, but you're standing on this platform and you can view them down below, and they're still kept underwater because these specific items have to be kept underwater. Because if you remove them from the water for too long, they disintegrate. They have problems. I don't know. Basically, they've been underwater for so long. Being underwater is like their natural state now, their natural habitat. Anyway, and then there's always amazing picture opportunities. I'm having a crisis. It sounds really stupid. I'm having a little bit of a personal crisis about this, because last year, a bunch of us dressed up like Titanic people. I was just in a 19 teens dress because I did not get my Titanic outfit finished. And we went and took pictures at this event. And my friends want to do that again. And it was even me. I was like, oh, we should all go as Roses, different versions of Rose, and go take pictures and stuff. But for some reason, this didn't happen last year, but this year my brain went, is that respectful? Is it respectful to dress up like a character from Titanic, the movie, when you're walking around viewing items and things about this huge disaster where so many people died and this horrible thing happened? And my friends are like, yes, because that's what the movie was about. I mean, yeah, there was like this love story, which is like the main thing, but everything else about this movie is the ship, the people, what happened, you know? So if we're doing characters from the movie that's based on all of this, it should be fine. But in a cancel society, I'm trying to be more mindful. So if you have an opinion about this, would you please let me know in your comments? Because I would love to maybe finish my Rose outfit and dress up and walk through very respectfully, but maybe get some great pictures with some of the backgrounds and stuff. Otherwise, my other thought was, what if we made, Titanic era clothing and walk through the exhibit? I don't know. I just, for some reason, I'm having a little trouble this time around. All I know is I really loved the exhibit the first time, and so I'd love to see it again. What else? I moved the picnic, I know, the infamous Chemise a la Reine picnic, to August, to like a month after Costume College. Do I think that the same people who were worried they wouldn't have time to make stuff will have time to make stuff a month after Costume College? No, I do not. But that is what worked, because that's what worked. Also, I will be starting on other projects for the fall and the winter, as I'm sure other people will as well. There's other events then, and I'm considering possibly hosting another event, like a bigger event in the winter. So, that's when it's happening. And people will show up in Chemise a la Reine or they won't. Hopefully, they will. I guess if a bunch of people show up in costumes other than Chemise a la Reine, I will know that trying to set a specific theme, picnic or something, is not what is going to work for those people. And that the friends who do show up in Chemise a la Reine and whatnot, that I need to pay attention. And when I'm like, hey, I think it'd be really cool to do this themed event, I should just message those people and be like, hey, would you be interested in doing this themed event with them? Like a specific pinpointed theme with them, because they are the ones who are going to be like, I love it. I respect your theme. I'm going to go for it. And everyone else is just going to do their own thing. So with them, it needs to be a vague, hey, dress however you want. Maybe dress within this 100-year period or 50-year period, and we'll go picnic or we'll go see a museum or something. That's actually something I haven't done yet since I've been here for over 5 years. I have yet to go to like dress up and go to a museum. In fact, I've only really been to one museum that wasn't like a historical house out here, and that's Mopop, Museum of... Oh, my brain just stopped working. It's the Mopop, Museum of Popular... Oh my gosh. Guess I can't call myself a true Seattleite yet. That's embarrassing. Well, I will put it in the description. Sorry. I'm sure it will pop into my head the second I stop recording. Or hopefully before I stop recording. Um, I am also, I know I've been complaining about not cleaning my house. I am working on it. I have been working on it because I know I need lots of space and I also need lots of like calming and relaxing to be able to get all the sewing done in time for costume college without having like major breakdowns and freakouts. So I have been trying to clear and clean and even organize a bit. And basically, the couch in my sewing room, I'm making it so the only things on the couch in my sewing room are what is for costume college. Everything else getting put away. Hopefully, this process will work because this Sunday, like the big push for sewing for costume college starts, and I need to be ready for it. Okay. All right, my friends. I think that's it for this week. Sorry, this video is coming later in the week. You never know. I might have more stuff later. I never know. You never know. We never know. Let's never know together. Goodbye. Goodbye.